y'all, welcome to Give It a Shot. My name is Rick Hernandez. Today, decided to do a little project. I actually started hacking already and I forgot to record the video because I wanted to record the video and I was talking too much and forgot what I was doing. But we've decided we have this area in the backyard here, my backyard by the house. We have this area back here where there's a dead tree in here that got cut down, and it was all weeds and stuff. But I've decided that I'm going to turn it into a patio fire pit area. And I've got all these extra bricks from them doing our driveway that were on the side of the house, and I'm going to try and use those to pave it and turn it into something that looks decent. So I've never done anything like this before, that's why we're giving it a shot. Right now, I've used the hoe, and I broke up some of the dirt. I'm going to have to do some more hoeing. And then, dad jokes, 2019, keep it real. And then now I'm shoving out top layer. I got to shovel down a couple inches so that I can lay gravel, then sand, then the patio bricks. So yeah, this is where we're at right now. I'll film some more in a minute, show you once I get one of these cleared out. Like I said, I'm gonna have to hack up some more of this because you see I didn't get down quite low enough. I need it a little bit deeper. So, and the hard part I've got right now is, you can see, is there was a tree. There's roots and chunks of tree under here that I'm trying to hack through. So hopefully it'll turn out nice. I'll check back with you guys in a minute. All right, so today is day 2. Well, technically it's not day 2. I had a few days in between. It was my birthday, woo! But now I'm getting back to it. This is my second day of working on this, so we're gonna keep digging. I've got to break up some of this dirt. Fortunately, it stopped raining, and it's gonna give me a chance to use the backhoe to break this up. But I still got to get a couple more inches off this. So let's just see me do a little more work. But hopefully, I'm gonna get this cleared out today and ready for the gravel and the sand. So.
Happy birthday to you. This mister's eating some pie. Bakashi sensei.
So I'm finally finished digging. As you can see, I didn't get down as far as I wanted to. There's large tree roots that are running underneath the soil line, so I couldn't hack through them. So when I lay the material and then I put the bricks down, it's going to be raised, more like a platform, which is fine. I think it'll look nice still. So as of right now, done with day 2. Day 3, well, I might even do it later today, probably not, I don't know if I'll have time, but day 3 is going to be stamping it flat and putting the soil materials, the gravel and then the sand, before we lay bricks. So we'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so me and the Kittagers are getting ready to go to Menards so we can pick up all the gravel and sand. I've got my helper here because it's like 50 bags between the two, so it's gonna be like 20. I did the math. I'm getting 24 bags of gravel, getting 28 bags of sand, and hopefully that'll fit the amount we got back there. It's about 13 by 11 is the size of that space. So hopefully that's enough, and we'll see what happens. I'll show you guys what happens when we get to. All right, guys, we just got 28 bags of play sand into the truck. We're waiting on the pea gravel to come so we can put 25 bags of pea gravel in. Once we get that in, we're going to head home. We also got the tamper. This is what's going to flatten everything. So we'll see how this goes. You going to stop recording for now?
I gloved up. I turned the mic off.
Put that in there, though. That was 18?
Yeah.
19? 20? 21? 23? 4? All right. Hey, come on, Muscle. Perfect. Thank you for your help. Appreciate it.
Just wanted to thank you for the wood.
All right, so now we got all this gravel in the truck. It's 25 bags. It's a lot of stuff. So now we're gonna go back home and unload it. Yay!
Look, Dave, look.
We'll see you guys when we're at home.
All right, so here we are. Today is day 3, not quite technically. You saw we were loading up all the gravel and the dirt, or not dirt, but gravel and sand to start filling this in. So right now I got to break it up a little bit and then tamp it down so that it's nice and flat before we start putting the gravel on. So that's what we're working on today, but I've got to do it all by hand. So here we go. All right, so as I was looking at this, I realized that some of these roots that are coming through are still a bit too high. So I'm taking the hoe and I'm cutting them up so I can try and get them out. Like this one right here, it's too high. It sits up too high. All right, so I finished getting what I could of the roots up, and then I raked over to smooth it all out so the raking, levels it out a little bit. Now we got the big tamper, and we're gonna do some tamping. We're gonna try and level it as much as I can, flatten as much as I can before we start putting gravel on. So that's what we're working on right now. I'm gonna start from the center, and I think work my way outwards because I want to push it as far out as I can. Alright, so I went through, I dug up more roots, I tamped it. Now we're going to move on to the gravel. I'm going to start setting some gravel. We're going to try and use the gravel to level the ground because it's not quite level even though I tamped it. There's some ups and downs and couldn't quite get it levels because there's still some roots under there, but we're going to use the gravel and try and start laying it, level it. Hopefully I bought enough gravel, so we'll see what we got. Alright, as you can see, I've already got all the gravel out. I'm going to put a few more bags to level it, but it's starting to get there. I'm starting to run out of time on the day, though, is the problem. So I think I'm going to wait, because it might rain later. I might wait to lay the sand until after I have the chance to do sand and bricks on the same day. So I'm going to finish leveling this out. We'll get it all squared away, and it'll probably be it for today, and then we'll have to move on to day 4, right? Day 4. But we'll see in a minute. Alright, so not technically day 4, I don't remember what day it was. It's been probably about 2 weeks since I've been able to work on this. We had rain, we had snow, we had ice. So finally got a clear day. I got the gravel mostly leveled out. Now we're gonna start putting sand on here. We're gonna level the sand out to add that second layer that we're supposed to have. So that's what we're working on now. Alright, so I know the lighting's a little funky back here right now because I got the sun coming off the roof, but as you can see I got a lot of the sand. I've got more in the truck just in case, but I got piles of sand out here. We're using a handy dandy rake to start smoothing this all out, level it out. If I need to add more, I'll add more. Alright, so I've got it all raked out. I think I got it as even as I can get. They're still a little lumpy, but I'm going to go through and now we're going to tamp it with the tamper and hopefully make it a little more useful. So let's give it a go. Alright, so far I was able to load the sand and tamp it. It's relatively level. We'll see how it works. What I'm going to do is I'll show you the bricks first. So the bricks are over here. All these paving stones I got from the side of the house that was already here. These are, I hope it's not upside down. It's not. Right. All these paving stones were already here, and we're going to use those. At least the good ones. Some of them have junk all over them. But again, we're going to start. And work our way across, and then another line across. So that way I can see how many exactly we need. I mean, it's supposed to be 13 by 11, but I'll have to, once I get the squares, then we'll see, and then I'll have to fill around the outside. As of right now, I haven't decided if I'm going to leave a space in the middle for the fire pit, or if I'm going to do the whole thing, just put the fire pit on top and say screw it. I think I might do that because I don't want them shifting, but we'll see once I start getting the stones in. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, as you can see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here if I can. We got the first row is laid out. So now I'm going to start working over here that way and across. Continue filling in. See how it goes. All right, funny story. I got about to here, and then I counted the amount of bricks I had left over because these were all pavers from the side of our house. So we had our driveway redone. So they had pavers running alongside the house, and I thought I had enough. And I just did a count, and I'm like 50 short, so I can't even finish it tonight. In fact, I have to go get new ones to add to the old ones in order to finish this thing. So we're gonna have to go another day, but we're gonna get it done. It's starting to come together, so it's gonna look nice when it's done. All right, so last night, after I got everything put away, it started to drizzle, started to rain. So we went out here with the tarp, covered up so that everything didn't get wet. Fortunately, it didn't rain too much, so just a little bit. Today, I ran to Home Depot because I had to pick up the rest of these guys. I got 57 of them. I only needed 56. So what I've decided to do, and I'll show you. Let me flip this lid open here. I'll show you what we got going on here. I know you just see sky blue in the background, right? Chicago fall sky. So yeah, so we got 57 in there. Whew, it's a backbreaker too. My plan is this. We're gonna what's gonna happen is the tarp area. We're gonna do if I can talk, we're gonna do a border of the older bricks, and then I hope it's not upside down. There we go. We're gonna do a border of the older bricks, and we're gonna put the newer bricks in the middle, so that it doesn't look like hosh posh. I mean, it's a little sketchy already, but hopefully some of these older bricks will clean up a little bit. But they're pretty old, so the new red ones will go in the middle, so it'll be a square in the middle with a border on the outside. So time to get to work. Alright, so I got the center done. Some spaces in here. I think maybe I should have left a little bit of a gap in between each stone so there's a little bit of movement, but it still looks okay. I'm going to get the border around, and then we'll go from there. Alright, here's the last one. It's going in right now. Alright, so I got them all in. It's a little bit wobbly. I'm going to have to the next step is actually to put more sand on top so it fills the cracks and fills some of the spaces. I also got to come around the edges and put something in here to keep the pavers from moving outward, from them moving out as it rains and stuff. I'm going to have to add a little more sand under this guy right here. He's a little loose, but yeah, put something around the ends underneath. They make a plastic nail-in border that you could put around them, but I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to see what I got here. I got a bunch of these guys right here, so I might try and use those. But next step is to get something around the edges. I might have to dig a little, lay them in, and then put some sand on. So I'll get back to you when we're laying the sand. All right. Now I've got pretty much everything on. I backfilled with dirt around the edges to keep it from floating a little bit. I put a couple of blocks. Hopefully it won't float around too much and they'll stay where they're at. I'm going to put the sand on now to fill the cracks in between. I'm going to start with a half a bag because I'm not sure really how much I need, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I got a little carried away and I started building fire ring before I finish, and B, before I grab the camera. But I'll show you what I got going on here. I already put a lot of the sand in on the ground. Right now, the sand that's on here right now is all wet. So inside the bags of sand that I got were wet. So I have to wait for it to dry to go into the cracks. I tried to sweep it around to get it to go into the cracks, but since the sand was wet, it didn't go in. The half a bag dried, and it started falling in. So I had to wait for this bag, for this to finish drying before it can actually get brushed in. So right now, I'm putting together the fire pit with the additional bricks I had on the back. And let's finish this. Alright, so I finished putting all the sand on, we stepped it up, I built the fire pit, and this is what she looks like. Now, there's still a bit of sand, obviously, on here, but that'll go get washed off when it rains next. Ooh, not too close in. Okay, I'll let it back up. But that'll all get washed out of here, and yeah. So turned out decent. First time trying it. A little grades here and there. It's not completely level, but then again, I still had tree roots underneath there, and I dug out as many as I could. All those tree roots in the corner, I dug out as many as I could. I also have an electrical line running from the garage here. You see the pole going down under there too, so I had to be careful. So I think with everything that I had going with this, I think it turned out pretty well. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys join me again on Give It a Shot.